Welcome to our new video. Hello, this is Big Hit Music. The BTS Permission to Dance on Stage in-person concert will held in LA, US. Holding an in-person concert in the midst of COVID-19 is not easy, but after looking for opportunities to do so, we are able to hold the concert in the United States after taking the national and regional health regulations and circumstances into consideration. This concert will be the first time ever for BTS and ARMY to meet face to face since 2019 BTS World Tour Love Yourself, Speak Yourself, the final. This is an especially valuable event that will be held under difficult circumstances, which is why we will do our best to bring you an all-new phenomenal concert while keeping the health of the artists and our fans our top priority. There will be a total of 4 concerts held on November 27, November 28, December 1 and December 2. This is our deepest regret that we are unable to hold more concerts in more areas. We will do our best to put on additional concerts for not only Korean fans but fans all around the world who have been patiently waiting for a long time. We look forward to your continued interest in BTS Permission to Dance on Stage performance. Marvel actor and stuntman Andy Lee can't stop praising his bias BTS Jimin, and here's why. So first of all, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Although all of BTS are known for their flawless singing, dancing and personalities, each member is much more than that. In particular, they each have special skills and talents that make them unique and have fans falling in love with them. It is no exception for Jimin. Recently, actor Lee, who played Death Dealer in Marvel Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings, shared his love of BTS and particularly of Jimin. In an interview on the Andy True Show, host and the fellow stuntman Andy True touched upon Lee's love for BTS and asked all the important questions. Who was his bias? Although it was hard to pick, he chose Jimin, but it was for much deeper reason. Andy Lee said, "My bias is Jimin. I think it might be because for some reason I feel like I just connect with him. I can't just watch him. I am at loss of words, but I can't describe it, but I could connect with him. And I know he has a bit of tricking as well. I have a soft spot for that." In particular, Andy Lee spoke about a specific trick Jimin has done which took his breath away, and honestly ARMYs worldwide would agree. I know he has this one routine he does with J-Hope where J-Hope just drop on Jimin and he just does this running a aerial flip over him. So yeah, I always have a soft spot for that. As a stuntman himself, it shows just how good Jimin is that he can be praised by those who make a living out of performing complicated tricks. He was particularly in awe of the trick performed with J-Hope when the group was on tour, and it was no doubt spectacular to watch. Although he is known for his angelic voice and killer dancing ability, ARMYs know that Jimin is skilled in almost everything. Some of his experience in Taekwondo, Kumdo and the Chinese martial art helped this talent grow. It is not even the first time he has been a proud ARMY. After the interview was released, fans found that Andy Lee has actually attended a Jimin event back in 2019. Yet if that was not enough BTS love from Andy Lee, he has revealed some more information about his ARMY status. Of course, if his bias choice was important, so was his bias wrecker, which happened to be Jungkook. When asked about his favorite song, Andy Lee was the perfect ARMY representative, saying that he loved BTS because they hit different notes and had different styles. So depending on whatever mood I am in, if I am going for a cruise and need some comfort music, it was always Save Me, and Mic Drop would be the one I use for the gym. Another comfort one would be Butterfly. It's hard because all their songs touch on different notes. He finished by ending that BTS had been with him through some of the best and worst times, and there is no denying that there are sources of comfort for so many ARMYs. In this video, I will tell you what BTS want to say to fans who are afraid of COVID-19 vaccine. BTS recently sat down for an interview with television journalist Juju Chang that was aired on the talk show Good Morning America. The members were joined by South Korea's President Moon Jae-in, and they shared their thoughts on COVID-19, understanding fans who are afraid to get vaccinated and their desire to go back to on tours and see ARMY face to face. The members also discussed their roles as Future Culture's special envoy and their commitment to inspiring their fans to make positive change in the world. During the interview, Juju Chang asked J-Hope, when will you feel comfortable to be able to go out on tour again? J-Hope said the whole group is eager to perform in front of ARMY again, but the members also hope the pandemic ends quickly. As eager as we are to perform, we also hope the situation gets better quickly. Many people get vaccinated and it becomes possible for us to safely have a concert, he explained. Juju Chang asked BTS what they would say to the fans who are hesitant about getting the vaccine, following J-Hope's statement about hoping that many people get the COVID-19 vaccine. Jin said, "We all are vaccinated and we sympathize with people who fear vaccination because it's something that didn't exist before. But I believe that if we are afraid of the past, we won't be able to make progress. We need to be more positive about the vaccine in order to create a better future." When Juju Chang asked BTS what they missed the most about touring, Suga revealed that the members were depressed after their tours and scheduled events were cancelled. "As we watched all our events and tours being cancelled right in front of our eyes, we also felt quite depressed. If not only us but everyone around the world comes together to overcome it, we can emerge from this isolation and depression a bit faster," he said. Jimin echoed Suga's performance by saying, "I hope that COVID ends quickly and we can get back to doing the performances we love." And also, BTS Suga had the perfect response to people who didn't think the group belonged at the UN General Assembly. BTS once again made history as they participated at the 76th United Nations General Assembly in New York. The group gained praise from the fans worldwide for their meaningful speech and their dazzling visuals. Yet, if their schedule was not hectic enough, the group still found some time to sit down and chat with armies, even if their internet didn't want to cooperate with the members. As well as talking about meeting Megan Thee Stallion and reaction to Jungkook taking off his socks, the members discussed what happened during the event itself. In particular, Suga spoke about how so many armies had watched the live stream to support them. "We are just speakers." During the interview, the interviewer said that for previous sessions, there were a limited number of views. But because we came, the number of views went up. They talked about it a lot. Suga then spoke about the fact before the appearance, some people had questioned why BTS have been invited considering they are singers rather than the politicians. At first, BTS are like, "Aren't you singers? Why would you go there? What do you do?" We are aware of that and we came for that growth. We are here to support sustainable development goals. We came here to do that as special envoy. He then explained that he didn't mind what people thought because they were there to support an important issue. He added, "You don't need to have a bias," referring to the fact that people didn't have to look at their appearance through rose-tinted glasses or a biased point of view. After the broadcast, fans couldn't stop praising Suga comments and that the group is focused on using their influence for good and that the negativity will not impact them continuing to do so. Thank you so very much for watching this video.